Hi there everyone. Today I'm going to review Mortal Kombat, the 2021 film that came out. A lot of fans didn't like it. I've never played a Mortal Kombat game, so I really have nothing to go by, so I'm just going to go through a quick review here. Mortal Kombat is, at least the movie presented, it was a story about these people who have these marks, and they're supposed to be entered into a tournament to fight for their home world. And if you lose 9 in a row, your homeworld dies or gets taken control of by another planet thing. And if you kill someone with one of these little dragon marks, they get that dragon mark, and then they get powers or something. So it's about this guy named Cole, who, from what I understand, he is not in the video games. He was a character made up for this movie. And you can definitely tell that. He's really not fleshed out all that well. He's not that great of a character. His powers are they're essentially like the Black Panther, or his suit at least. But anyhow, they're gearing up for this tournament. The bad guys, the outer world people, they want to kill all of Earth's fighters before the tournament so they can win. Which, yeah, okay. Why couldn't you just fight them when they're in the tournament? Because they have all their powers. Doesn't make any sense. Anyhow, so you got them. They're hunting down these fighters, and then the guy with the fire powers, Kung Lao. No, Kung Lao is the guy with the hat. Who's the Chung Li? Kung Lao Chung Li. I think his name is Chung Li. Well, he finds the three people: Cole, the chick, and then Kano out in the desert. And then he's like, oh, you gotta come back with me and train. And then the guy with the frisbee hat, well, he trains them. Well, they all get trained and stuff to find their inner power or whatever. Their arcana, which from what I understand, the arcana is not in the video game. It's like a side thing that they made to make the powers make sense for why humans get the powers. Which is whatever, it's fine. Then they just end up fighting because the bad guys get through and they kill a couple of them, and then they end up fighting all of them, and then they kill all of them. But the tournament never happens. This main character guy, he's like, he used to be a good fighter, but now he's not a good fighter. So that whole thing didn't make any sense. Wow, yeah, now you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of it just didn't really pan out. Like, why didn't they do the tournament? You know what? I think they didn't do the tournament because they're setting up the next movie. The next movie's going to be the tournament. And I think that, okay, all right. What's bad and what's good about the movie? What's good about the movie, I think they do a really good job at doing all the moves and stuff. Of course, I don't know what the game looks like, but I could tell that a lot of the moves were from the game because they were really over the top and cheesy. So I really liked that aspect. There's also a scene where, like, the one character's training him and he's like spamming this one move or whatever, and the guy's like, stop doing that, and then like it's like a combo breaker thing. And so that was funny. I thought all the stuff with Scorpion and Sub-Zero was fantastic. Overall, I thought it was a fun movie. Bad stuff. The main character, Cole, wasn't really fleshed out. The whole plot line, because it wasn't about the tournament, it was about training them and then the bad guys trying to kill them the whole time. It was like we know this movie's going to be successful, we're going to set it up for a second film, and the second film is going to be what the first film should have been. And that's a problem that a lot of studios are doing nowadays. They want to make a franchise, so instead of focusing on the first movie, they're focusing on the second and the third movie, which I think is a bad move. And you can really tell in this movie that that's what they were going for. And just the storyline wasn't all that great. But in terms of video game movies, it was really well done. When I see video game films, I go at it from two perspectives. One perspective from someone who's played the video game before as a fan, and then one as someone who has never heard anything about it. So of course, for this perspective, I had no experience with the game, so I had to come at it from a newcomer. And as a newcomer, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought that it explained the world pretty well. I think that a lot of the moves and a lot of the things were exciting enough that I wanted to go out and buy the game. Now, I don't know how the storylines are for the game, but it's just a fighting game, so I feel like it's not that hard to make a movie about a fighting game like that interesting. So I feel like the movie did a good job in that sense. They just fell flat with the story, and that's what sucks. And I think that's what pissed off a lot of people. But overall, in terms of a video game movie, I think it did really well. I don't remember what review I gave it for the trailer. I'm looking forward to it. I would say maybe like a 6 out of 10. But I would give this movie like a
5.5 out of 10.
It was really good. So if you've never played the games, I think you're gonna have a fun time. It's a fun movie. If you're a diehard fan, you're probably gonna hate it just because of the storyline. I mean, hey, I guess they got what they wanted. They got a new player, so I liked it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Comment down below. What do you think of these? Are they okay? Yep.